You have my thanks, Commander Shepard. You bought us some time, though probably not much. This isn't over yet.
Who did you say you were?
Dr. Gavin Archer, chief scientist at this facility, and probably the only one left.
You owe us that explanation.
This is Project Overlord, an attempt to gain influence over the Geth by interfacing a human mind with a VI. The results have been less than satisfactory.
I'd hate to see what you'd call a disaster.
You can't dismiss the entire project. We did succeed, at least partially. My brother, David, volunteered to serve as a test subject, but his mind couldn't handle the VI connection. He's like a virus now, infecting our networks and seizing control of any technology he finds. It's why you had to destroy the dish. Imagine if his program got off-world.
How does he take control of electronics?
This is a hybrid intelligence the likes of which I've never seen. I don't know where the man ends and the machine begins.
What's the worst-case scenario?
A technological apocalypse. Every machine, every weapon, every computer could be turned against us. If he hit the extranet, who knows where it would end?
You should have considered that before you started the experiment.
We couldn't be expected to account for every outcome. Certainly not the abomination David has become. David... The VI has fortified itself in the main laboratory at Atlas Station. It's in lockdown now. To enter, you need to manually override security from our facilities in the Prometheus and Vulcan stations.
How does the lockdown work?
It's a fail-safe procedure in the event of an emergency. Normally, all 3 project leads have to agree to cancel the lockdown. I'm the only one left now. I can give my authorization, but you'll have to manually reset the other 2 yourself.
What happens if I have to kill your brother?
Let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
Alright.
Tell me more about Project Overlord.
We wanted to turn the Geth's religious impulse into a weapon. When we saw them following Saren, we realized they could be swayed. And if a proper figurehead was created, a virus with a face, if you will, the Geth might be controlled.
That's an ambitious undertaking.
It would be the perfect weapon. Victory without casualties. We could avoid war with the Geth altogether. That was the plan, anyway.
Sounds like it went to complete shit. There's no need to start digging it out.
I'm heading out now.
The other stations are all within driving distance. Best of luck, Commander.
Yeah. Doesn't sound things have gone so well because there's coffins over here already. Yeah. Well, Overlord also gives access to the not Mako, but something actually much more fun and better using hover vehicle Hammerhead.
Commander, you need to find Vulcan and Prometheus stations and override the lockdown from each facility. Doesn't matter which one you hit first, but you can't enter Atlas Station until you've dealt with both. Also, keep an eye out for Cerberus security mechs. The VI has likely taken control of them. Archer out.
Well, that's true, and I do say that the place looks real nice. Oh yeah, and the Hammerhead controls really well. It can jump.
Conditions indicate an aesthetically pleasing view nearby. Organic life forms may wish to take note.
That is actually very much true. But there's... Actually, that looks very much true. And here's the little turn around. That what are you going to the Vulcan or Prometheus first? So, but I looks like I'm approaching the Vulcan first. And Hammerhead's got a rocket. and it can boost. Nothing particularly, you could say, unusual in that sense. So I got to the balcony. They couldn't make any this kind of vehicle to the first Mass Effect. And Andromeda, the exploration vehicle which doesn't have guns, controls also really nicely. It's not as well. Mako is not Mako doesn't control so badly. It's just the fact that the planets themselves are so uneven that things just tend to go to a level of crazy. Let's bring the team fighter. Although I would say that there's unusually large amount of biotics in this game, because all humans of the base game, Guy is not, like assuming are not from the base game, they were DLC characters, are actually biotic. Jacob is biotic, although he's also a really dull character. Jack is extremely biotic, and Miranda is biotic as well.
I advise extreme caution. Vulcan Station is our geothermal plant. They stopped reporting it shortly after the experiment. Scanning area. Analysis. VI infection is present within plant machinery. Advise caution.
Thank you. And jump over the lava flow. Your geothermal plant.
Scanning area. Analysis. Vending stations provide adequate velocity to enhance vehicle lift.
Oh yeah, some platform, some booster, jump packs. And Hammerhead is very squishy. Well, I guess I'll have to get to the travel off screen. It took some driving through and even some platforming, but here it is. Vulcan Station.
Warning.
Heat plant.
Controls are offline. Core systems have been compromised.
Oh yeah. So I would say that this is something like a, well, extended side mission, which I find it because the concept of this mission is really great. It's got good. It's got good action and all that. But I find it, but what I find really annoying of this is mostly in the realm of that this doesn't feel to have so much connection.
Warning. Pressure
Of course, knowing that this kind of experimentation
maximum threshold. Manual
is
control
not
is required.
outside what servers would
Engineer's
do.
log. We've registered a huge spike in energy consumption. My technicians traced it to the experiment underway at Atlas Station. We're trying to raise them now.
So yeah,
Pressure levels in valve A3 have exceeded maximum threshold. Manual control is required.
so turning on the VI demands huge amounts of electricity. So let's just cut off the power and it might do some damage.
Venting outflow successful.
I didn't seem to like that. Which I don't know, is it good or bad thing? But I did something around here. Right. Where? Ah, over there. Continue the path. And it's really strange that the Hammerhead, despite the presence of the shields, Mass Effect shields, or biotic shields, however you want to call it, Hammerhead isn't even nearly as durable as Mako was, even though there wasn't that much need for the physical armoring because of the presence of shields, although I do guess that it still might be that the ground vehicles might have more sturdier armor than non-ground vehicles. And this is one of the... And here's some of the little platforming that has to be done. Oh yeah. Jump to this. And jump to this. Can I get to the... No. Oh, actually I was able to avoid unpresent dip in magma by trying to do some sort of kamikaze survival at the edges. Yeah, it's navigation may be a bit awkward when you are dealing with the things like these. Jump up and get faced by a goddamn turret. Two of them and get blown to bits. God damn it. Annoying. Took some jumping. And here it is again. Quite unpleasant, this kind of unexpected gameplay shifts from basically exploring, shooting, dialogue to the almost platforming and racing, or per se very janky racing platforming.
Warning. Pressure levels in valve D4 have exceeded maximum threshold. Manual control is required.
Oh yeah. And that too opens quite nicely. Take the path. That was a quite interesting gameplay thing, but that physical damage was not caused by anything else but, you could say, bad luck. So where might be the... Oh yes, here as well. That's suspiciously over there. Well boys, come on, come on. Yeah, like that. Simple environmental puzzle it was. And geothermal plant really feels like a geothermal plant. And locking X actually are much, you could say, more believable being present around here, or at least their presence would not be such big surprise. They must be, I'm quite certain that they are built in massive numbers. Nothing unexpectedly dangerous in the air, or even particularly dangerous by itself. Of course, for some crew with less, made of less insanely courageous and competent folks, about to do a, you could say, preparing for nothing short of a suicide mission.
Received an SOS from Atlas Station. Archer has declared a project emergency. We're trying to shut down the power generators to starve the VI, but it's already hacked our automated systems. I'm ordering my people to sabotage the plant any way they can.
Alright. So it looks like, judging by this, that they tried to get the situation at hand once it went out, or situation in control once it went out of their, once they didn't no longer have it in their control.
They've seen us.
Oh yeah.
Found no shield.
I am Krogan!
Okay, boys. Wipe, remove Ymir from existence.
It's gonna blow!
It did blow. Yeah, Thane isn't because of his lack of massive armor he can wear. He really doesn't like his chest being constricted by anything. And, well, Capral syndrome. It makes breathing difficult. They are basically from well, surviving Drell from the desert planet, and they were taken to a planet which is everything but desert. So too much moisture, then their lungs have basically evolved to tolerate. It eventually leads to the Capral syndrome, something like a lungs rotting, unpleasant. That was unexpected behavior.
Are you receiving this? Commander Shepard, this is Dr. Archer. Please respond.
I hear you, Doctor. We've hit the override at Vulcan Station and are moving on. Shepard out.
Oh yeah, that was Grunt. And Vulcan Station has been solved with this one. Going for the next one, actually I might do it at the same episode. It depends on how long it is took. And I'm gonna skip some of the driving and jumping around, but that ain't so interesting. And Prometheus Station, aka a Geth ship, which is bad news by itself, and it had a big gun giving it safe, which was really big, but it was also slow and stupid, so it was outmaneuvered once you got figured out how you actually do it.
Visitors, this server's facility contains
Oh yeah, that's Geth Prime in there.
Now we just got word Atlas Station wants a dozen more Geth for the experiment. And I hope this means a breakthrough is close.
Does that mean they want dozen more Geth? Does that mean that they want 12 dozen run times or dozen platforms?
Hanging around all these dormant machines is creepy. It's like dead staring at us from the shadows. I'd rather work at Vulcan Station.
Oh yeah. Alright, the VI is starting to look even more face-like. Something's happening. And I have no question why the researchers would think this place to be creepy.
Flanagan just ran a simulation. If these Geth ever wake up, there's a 98% chance we'll be dead within 2 minutes. I'm starting to hate Flanagan.
98% chance of 2 minutes. I wonder how long it took for the odds of them all being dead is 100. I'd say something about 5. If 98% chance of all being dead in 2, I think that 5 goes to 100. Or maybe there's always the odd chance of somebody surviving the initial onslaught. But the green lights and all that indicate that the VI is actually observing.
Halloween was yesterday. Flanagan ran around wearing spare Geth parts. Spooked the shit out of everyone. Now I definitely hate him.
I'm quite certain that Flanagan is dead at this moment, or maybe, but was he dead because he was such a creepy weirdo, or because something bad happened? And I don't think that bad happening was Geth turning on and killing them all in self-defense or whatever reason they had. I'm quite certain that it was something completely different. Well, Geth aren't particularly friendly to outsiders.
Everything's off wire. Archer declared lockdown. Station's already infected. What does the VI want? It keeps screaming at us. Nobody understands.
So the VI screams. That doesn't sound right. Because screaming indicates it wants to communicate, and it's not a VI. This human element in it.
The VI's closing some passages and leaving others open. It's like it's hurting us. At least the Geth are still dormant.
Okay, that's quite intelligible. It's too intelligible to sound.
To all Cerberus personnel, in an effort to reduce workplace stress, music has been approved for station-wide broadcast.
I don't think that helps. That's kind of.
Area. Analysis. The objective is located on the far side of this impasse.
Alright, some sort of item moving puzzle. doesn't seem to be much of, you could say. I can figure out the idea. It's oh yeah. Now I figured it out. Oh yeah, cycle floor panel. I think I succeeded. Let's see. Did I or did I not succeed? Did I not succeed? Well, now I know how the solution should be done. Cycle this, like this. It should be now open. Very simplistic, this kind of move the objects around puzzle. Nothing particularly complex, which is nice. I don't think this kind of puzzle should really be, if they are mandatory, should be really difficult. You shouldn't need really expert level spatial awareness and ability to handle 20 pieces moving at the same time, level coordination to solve it. If it would be optional, then of course it could be much harder and much tougher. Alright. God. There. Now, did bit some mistakes. Forgot that you have to avoid the red dots.
Override of Atlas Station lockdown accepted.
And there's the catch. I knew this was too easy. Come on, let's move.
Yep. Yeah, the VI knew.
Activity detected. Armed response is authorized.
Alright. Yeah, all the guests around here.
Personnel that this emergency is now classified information. Disclosure to outside parties is a violation of your confidentiality agreement.
Oh yeah.
Get note 7 through 14 are now active. Emergency action required.
I think that emergency action means get out from here as fast as you can and don't die while trying it. I think those are the emergency action instructions. Thank you. Yep. Get in. Widow is a bloody powerful gun. Any more? Not here. Getting up.
Attention. This is a get status alert. Neural activity detected in node 1.
Reload the goddamn big anti-material gun.
Has been declared. This ship is now quarantined.
Well, yeah. Who was surprised that that would happen? Actually, I don't... Well, they were prepared for it to happen. But it doesn't look like that the...
My pleasure.
But guests being around here doesn't mean they would be...
Get neural activity increasing. Please isolate machines immediately.
Oh yeah. We got lots of guests around here. And for what purpose they would need this many platforms? I don't wonder, could they have actually basically manufactured them?
Understood.
Yeah, the AI of their party members isn't always the most brightest. This thing stood more or less right in the punching range of one of those guests and didn't do anything about it. We could have just simply shot or used melee combat.
Warning. Get nodes 20 through 35 are now active. Emergency action required.
Well, there's plenty of emergency action going on with simple matter of shooting every guest there is, making them non-functional. But I do say that the guests are not as prominent in this game as they were in the first one, in which they were the, you could say, the part of the mystery. Why guests are now doing something different. But it's fine. Yeah. It was really nice, really nice looking centerpiece at the room. But I don't think nobody was really planning on it waking up along with a big load of other guests as well. That wasn't particularly good, pleasant plan. Well, but leaving this one, and next time it's time to go onto the Atlas station and see what the hell is going around there. These visits to these little missions were not that particularly interesting. Just a little drive around and cause combat. But next time it's Atlas station and see what the kind of, and see the core and see what kind of scheming has been going around really.